Hurricane Milton has now moved out into the Atlantic, but in its wake, a path of death and destruction. There are communities flooded, there are homes destroyed due to the high winds and tornadoes, and power is cut to millions. And the storm is not even sparing the roof of the Tampa Bay Rays Tropicana field. The first responders who were using it as a base were forced to flee and find shelter from the 100-mile-per-hour winds and the blowing debris. Both the Harris and Trump teams are weighing in on Hurricane Milton. Vice President Harris has been briefed on the unfolding situation there in Florida. Former President Trump continued to spread false claims during a rally last night that FEMA is diverting disaster relief, giving the funds to migrants. Tonight, former President Barack Obama kicks off a multi-swing state blitz in support of Vice President Harris with an event in Pittsburgh. Harris, meanwhile, will rally near Phoenix. And former President Trump spoke this afternoon to the Detroit Economic Club in Michigan. But we begin tonight with CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez, who's been covering this in Orlando. Manny, first of all, give us a sense of the conditions on the ground where you are.
Well, as you can see, there's still a lot of flooding left behind in this particular neighborhood. We're standing on a road, but you may not know it until you look back there and you see those mailboxes. That also gives you a sense of how high the water came in this neighborhood. And it's actually gone down from when we first arrived. And when deputies first arrived here early this morning, they said the water was waist deep. And there were some people in homes who did not want to leave. So they've had to use boats today or even walking, trying to get through this water. These people didn't want to be rescued. But on either side of us here along the coast, we did see water rescues throughout the morning and throughout the day over in Tampa, St. Pete, and in Daytona Beach. That gives you a sense of the devastation and how large the area was, not only here in the central part of the state, but as you know, the first reported deaths were actually from tornadoes close to Fort Lauderdale, a little bit north of there, but that's where you also had tornadoes hitting the ground there. So all kinds of impacts from this storm over a very wide area.
How quickly can the state shift into recovery mode or rebuilding mode?
Well, you have to remember that they were already in some way, shape, or form in recovery and rebuilding mode from 2 weeks ago, getting hit by Helene. So this has created a whole new mess on top of an old mess. So it will be some time. The first priority, of course, is to rescue people, to get them out of harm's way, and then to assess the damage. And they've already started to assess here in the Orlando area as we drove around. You have the power crews already out and about trying to restore power, people already trying to clean debris and clear trees from roadways. Again, Orlando not hit as bad as those other parts where the recovery now on top of Helene could take anywhere from months to years.
In Orlando, Manny Bojorquez, thank you very much.